So the birds have drawn the attention to the kernel tree in my garden, and they are dropping the seeds. And I thought, hey, I can make kernel oil. Why don't I make kernel oil? This will be fun. So I started the process of making kernel oil. The first thing you want to do is to decide, am I making the black oil or will I be making the clear oil? I decided to go with the clear oil, and that's what I did. So I will walk you through how I did it also. Stay tuned. So first and first, you have to pick your seeds, of course. Pick your seeds and start the breaking process. But first, you have to dry them. When you dry the seeds, it is easier for them to break. And when they are dried, you start breaking. Bah, 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 bah. Man, it's a tough task, man. Seriously tough. But I stayed in a yoga position, so it was easy on my back. I really did not feel it so much. So you break the seeds. When you've broken enough that you want, you go to your kitchen and you wash them. Wash them thoroughly and make sure that you do not have any shaft. Is it shaft? You do not have this shell. Yes, you do not have any shell in the seeds, in the nut itself. And when you find out that you don't have anything, when you've really checked, you pop it in where you pop it in your blender. Your blender has to be quite strong because, man, kernel seeds are strong. Oh boy, coconut has nothing on kernel. A coconut they plain are like, I beg, sit down for there, Ojere. You, I beg you. Kernel seeds are hard. So you pop it. When you pop it in your blender, you begin to blend. You blend and blend and blend and blend. You do not just blend once. When you blend, you have to add water. I beg, add water to this thing. You add water to it and you blend. Do not worry about the amount of water. Just add adequate water. That will make it blend well. When you blend it, you remove it and sieve it. When you sieve, what we need is just the water. That's all we need. And you return the shaft. Return the shaft back to the blender. When you return the shaft back to the blender, you add more water to it and you blend again. You keep doing this till you realize that the water you are getting is clear. I did it 4 times. Yeah, I did it 4 times till I could get a clear water, a clear milk rather. Yes, it's kernel milk. So when you get the kernel milk, you take a transparent nylon and you pour your milk in the nylon. Please make sure it is a transparent nylon. There is a reason for this. It's because a separation is going to happen. Water is going to separate from the milk. Because the milk contains the oil, the milk will separate from water. And you will see this separation. So you pop it in the nylon and you tie it and put it somewhere. When you put it somewhere, you would wait for 1 hour at least so that this separation can happen. So while you're waiting, let us go for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Howdy, it's Remianda. Do you know that I am an architect? I design beautiful structures, interior design, renovation, construction, improvement specialist. That's what I am. And a cargo texture expert. You can check my works at fixer.ng on Instagram or just click the link in this video. Ciao ciao. Alright, we are back from our break. So now the separation has happened, and what you get now is you'll see the difference. You'll see the milk and you will see the water. So now just bust it, remove the water and take your milk into a container, your pot preferably, because now we are going to start frying the milk. From this stage, you're already in the final stage. And the reason why I do this method is because it saves your cook time. Some people would just say you pour water and then you take the water and the milk, you just take it to the fire. but it saves your cook time. Right now, when you do this, all the water is already out. You're only frying the milk. So rather than put it on fire and wait for the water to evaporate and no, you do not have water there in it anymore. You will just be frying your milk. So meaning, instead of having to cook it for maybe an hour plus, you'll be spending minutes. You'll be spending probably 10 minutes to get everything out. So you start cooking. You start cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking till you notice that it is getting drier. And please, you start turning. Do not stop stirring, rather. You keep stirring. If you do not stir it, it will burn. And you have to do it on a low heat. On a low heat, yeah. So you keep stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking. You cook it till that milk, you will see the separation. The oil will begin to separate from the milk. And when it starts to separate, you keep turning, don't stop turning. The oil will now, the milk will change state and give you a kind of stone look, kind of. They'll start forming inside. So you keep frying it. So right now, the clarity of your oil depends on when you remove it from the fire, when the oil is separated. If you leave that thing to fry to be brown, your oil is going to come out a more golden color. But if you remove it on time, you have a clearer oil rather than this brownish kind of oil you get. So that is how to make your coconut. Sorry, not coconut. That is how to make your kernel oil, the clear kernel oil. I said coconut because I use the same method to make coconut oil, and I make very good coconut oil. That's what I use for my cream. That's what my babies use, and that's what everybody uses. So now I'm going to incorporate this kernel oil too into our cosmetics. Hope you've learned something. See you. Take care.